Most improved player is often one of the most disputed awards in the NBA. I'm not saying that gets the most attention because it really doesn't compared to other awards. But it's one of those awards where you never really know who the winner is going to be until the results are revealed. This year there has been a lot of notable players that have stepped it up, but who really got better? Welcome back to my NBA Award Series, where today I am putting together my ballot for this year's NBA Most Improved Player. Whenever I think of who is most deserving of Most Improved Player, I always try to think of who actually got better, but the winner is often just a player whose stats improved the most compared to the previous season. The biggest flaw that I found in this process is that sometimes the players that are in contention are players that were just given more opportunity as opposed to actually getting better. An example of this can be Paul George in 2013. Danny Granger got hurt and missed most of the season, which led to Paul George averaging a career high in minutes, scoring, rebounding, assists, and blocks. Although he was not as efficient as he was in the previous season, there's no doubt that he got better, but had Danny Granger not gotten hurt, he would not have won the award. Another example, and probably a better one, is in 2010 when Aaron Brooks took home the award. He lucked up when Rafer Alston was traded on the prior season's trade deadline, which gave Brooks the starting spot. Yao Ming also missed the entire season, and Tracy McGrady only suited up for 6 games before he was shipped out to the Knicks. So whether Brooks was ready or not, he instantly became the team's best player. Aaron Brooks literally flopped the very next season. So players like Nikola Jokic, who I am completely sold on by the way, that literally just got more minutes this season, do not come into consideration. So if Jokic isn't good enough to be considered, who is? Well, that's a great question. My third place pick for NBA Most Improved Player is Bradley Beal. Over the past 3 seasons, Bradley Beal has been up and down with his averages of 16.6 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 3.1 assists. Now at first glance, these numbers don't look too bad, but Beal is not turning into the star that many had envisioned him to be. To make matters worse, Beal has played in less games every year since 2014. Until this season, of course. This year, Bradley Beal is averaging career highs in scoring, field goal percentage despite taking more shots, free throw percentage, and threes made. He even more than doubled his former career best win share output from 2014, while also appearing in a career best 77 games. This season, Bradley Beal took it upon himself to finally become that second star that John Wall needed for Washington to take the next step into their progression. Together, the two guided the Wizards to the most successful season since either of them arrived in the nation's capital. My second place pick for Most Improved Player is Rudy Gobert. Ever since Rudy Gobert stepped onto the NBA scene in 2013, he was an ace on the defensive end. But this year, not only did his defense improve, his offense took a huge step forward as well. This season, Rudy Gobert averaged career highs in scoring, rebounding, blocks, field goal percentage, free throw percentage, and win shares. Rudy Gobert used to be a player that would just score off of lobs and putbacks. Now he is a real offensive threat, and his presence has been part of the reason that Derek Favors has fallen out of favor. And if you ask who is Utah's best player, it's very possible that Gobert's name comes up more often than not. But in spite of Gobert's huge strides, there is someone that improved a bit more, and that player is none other than Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis averaged a career high in scoring, rebounding, assists, steals, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, free throw percentage, you name it. Giannis not only led his team in each of the 5 main stat categories, but he finished top 20 in the league in each one of them as well. Giannis makes his team better on both offense and defense. And despite injuries throughout the season to teammates Chris Middleton and Jabari Parker, he was still able to lead Milwaukee to the playoffs. But his accomplishments do not stop there. This season, Giannis made his first All-Star appearance, and he started at that. Giannis has blossomed into a star. He is well on his way to becoming a top 5 player in this league, and he is my pick for this season's Most Improved Player. But just like before, these are only my picks, and they mean nothing. My actual predictions are Giannis Antetokounmpo, number 1, Nikola Jokic coming from nowhere and taking number 2, and Rudy Gobert at number 3. I believe Giannis's improvements are undeniable, so he'll finish at number 1. Nikola Jokic will get the 2nd spot because of his statistical improvements and establishing himself as Denver's best player. Rudy Gobert falls to 3rd, but still stays within the top 3 because his improvements are also impossible to miss. So what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments how you feel. I would really appreciate your feedback. And remember to rate, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.